myself right now. That's why. So I'll start with a video, get my own self ready in 11 minutes.
My brother actually has this photo. It's so funny. I gotta find it. It's me and her. We fell asleep on the couch together. And I've never actually had a video of me and her being asleep on the couch together.
That is.
Yeah, I be having a ball with her. That's my homegirl. I got my belly pierced.
Because they're the source of your stress and the source of your stress relief.
People say her nana look like Monique. It's so funny.
This is a good 4-minute starter. Ready?
Yes.
Oh, good. We got sound. So if you want to get rich, have a career.
I got a PhD in social welfare a bunch of years ago at Columbia. I worked in the Clinton administration and in the Obama administration. We have issues of economic inequality, of power, of discrimination, criminal justice abuse. There's a lot of demand for people to help work on these social problems.
Social work graduates, we need you now more than ever.
That's all we do.
I've been doing child welfare policy at the Department of Health and Human Services for the Children's Bureau for 7 years. The School of Social Work and my work with my field placement helped with just the concrete skills that I've needed to work with many people in other disciplines as well, which is a key part of my job. Because I did the policy concentration, I took many classes in SEPA, and so I was able to meet a great group of people. And so I was able to set up a wonderful professional network through my experience in the program.
After I graduated from Columbia, I first worked at the Department of Health and Human Services on the Healthy Marriage and Responsible Fatherhood Initiative. I was a presidential management fellow, so I entered the federal government through that program. I did a rotation over at the Department of Defense on programs for military families and ended up moving over there full-time after my fellowship was finished. I work now at the Department of Defense in the Family Advocacy Program, which is the program that prevents and responds to child abuse and neglect and domestic violence in military families. I do feel that the policy track gave me the skill set that I needed to do the work that I do right now.
If you're interested in social work and policy, you can be anywhere. I have had the privilege as well to work in the federal government, state government, and in city government. And I would often say that, my client has been an entire city agency, Department of Juvenile Justice. It's been hundreds of programs in New York City. It's been an entire school building. It's been individual kids, families, so my client has shifted from the macro to the micro over and over again. And I can't do that. We're just more critically minded, just really assessing things for the bottom line, very good at honing in on an objective and then attempting to develop a tool that helps us get there. What we need in public policy is people that are better listeners, because then you can really understand the problem for what it is, not what you think it is, not what you think it ought to be, but the problem for what it really is. So really take advantage of your first year of practice to become an excellent clinician and listen. And then use your second year of practice to get really sharp. Get into economics and really let the math take you someplace and go into the research skills and allow the policy classes to take you wherever they're going to take you, because that's going to help you be the sharpest person in the room if you really take advantage of it. And once you combine those two things, you're unstoppable. It's true.
I am currently employed by the Center for the Study of Social Policy. My experience at the Columbia School of Social Work is really informing the work that I'm doing. It's like the simple statistics classes. Currently, I'm writing a brief, and I needed to find lots of research articles, and I was able to really select the strongest ones and really read the articles and look at the data and understanding it in a lot better ways.
There are just so many deep problems in our society of precisely the type that policy-oriented social workers can help to solve. So bring me the troops.
You can come in. No, yeah, he's teaching in class. He just left. Aaron, I'll call you back, okay? Let me ready. We set things up.
you here too? How you doing? Good.
Aaron, I'll call you back in a second. My phone gonna die. It's on 14%. All right, bye. Yeah, he studied at
Oh, yeah, I can't drive. I can get this class mixed up because like they had this class so late to my schedule. So I won't be alive. That's why I go. I'll be forgetting I'll be happy.
You all surviving something? How does everybody survive? What's going on? You guys keeping in real good stature with poverty is the topic of the day. Ooh, buddy.
Listen, I ate like 2 bowls of cereal last night.
Catching up? Just because there's like 2 discussions every week, and what's the bad standing that you're in? What's the not good standing? Like you got a hold or something, or you're saying you just have to catch up on discussions, which you guys all know I generally open it up again. That's the way I always say
I'm
it.
not gonna lie, I have to catch up on a lot of stuff.
I know, I figured, man.
I apologize. Usually I be like.
You came in and I knew.
How do you spell your last name again? How do you spell your last name?
Frank.
Okay.
F-R-A-K-O-I.
But I haven't gotten a lot about you in specific. I have some students where like all the other teachers send me shit, like hasn't showed up to class, and I'm like,
Because, like, I had just finished my yoga class, my A-term.
Yeah.
I was cool, and then they just added yoga class was like darkened on my Pulse app. It was
what?
kind of darkened, so I'm like, okay, am I supposed to go there? What's this class? What's going on? And my advisor told me not to worry about it, like don't go.
But you have to go
I
again.
was getting emails from you like, oh, we found the class, we did this. I'm like, what is this? She's like, oh, this is the class that you need to go to. I'm like, you tell me this 3-4 weeks into the class that I need to start going, and then that's when I popped up.
Okay. Oh, because it's a term B, right? No,
I
it's
didn't know I had to take it. And she just popped up and emailed me one day like, hey, sir, hey, Will, you gotta go to this class.
so in the same way, you guys can maybe laugh. You can laugh out loud about this. So like, come Monday, whatever Monday this started, they're like, "Hey, dude, you got to teach this class." I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, it just started. You got to teach this class."
And then, because then I seen him walking up, like, what's up with you coming out?
So we're all working with each other. Just make sure to get it done.
Yeah, I was sick, so.
Yes. I got something last week. And yeah, and I guess maybe that's what it was. But like, so it started as just a dumb headache where like I would go tie my shoes and I'd come back and it was like I wanted to fall over. And so I did a bunch of decongestants. I ran because a lot of times that makes all the mucus splash out of your nose. I ran. Then I felt like death for like 24 hours. I was exhausted. I could barely walk 4 miles the next day, and that's usually my minimum. So I did my 4 miles, and by the next day, I took more decongestants. It was gone.
I didn't really get sick.
Neti pot, go. You seen the neti pot?
I had strep throat.
Oh, which comes from what you breathe in the air, I think.
I don't know. They said I had
Yeah.
strep throat. All homecoming, I was in my room. I was in my room 7 days straight.
Oh.
So, but I want to follow up on what you said because you're like, I feel like I'm behind or at a deficit, or what's the proper term?
What are you talking about? Wait.
She came in and said she felt behind.
Oh, on what?
We're all
How
behind.
many
That's why.
discussion posts did you do?
I didn't do nothing.
I've done 4. I didn't do this past week, so I gotta do it.
I have to get.
Well, I'm keeping them open.
I finished them.
Okay.
Discussion posts. What else do we have to do? Like, I'm just ready to get to
Oh, I'm right there with you. There's only going to be a few major assignments, and then here's your besides discussions are like the bulk of it. It's kind of just to get that Friday off. It's kind of annoying. So is that visible to you guys? Oh yeah, I hate that the last assignment is first.
Oh,
So you
my
want to do your policy brief. That's going to be a few pages. Anybody need help on a policy brief?
It's the paper.
Yeah. It's like any policy you want to do. If it's a policy about dress code at Central State University or a policy about checks coming in during the pandemic, things like that. Wait, you got engaged?
God.
No? Is that on the wrong hand?
It's just a promise ring.
Oh, well, all right.
Child, you go too far now. You gotta let her graduate first.
No, for real. He already got 2 degrees on me. I gotta get 1 at least.
What's your second one? What's your second?
What's his
I
second?
said his second? I said he has 2 degrees.
Oh.
What's his second one?
He has an associate's in real estate, and then he just graduated
Oh, yeah.
in May with his bachelor's in business, and he's getting his master's now.
Here.
So he's about to have 3.
And it's accelerated.
Yes.
But what were you feeling behind on? You walked in and said, I'm
I
feeling
don't know. I just feel behind. I feel like I feel behind on this class and the
Research.
intro to social research.
Right.
I'm like, I don't
It's-
know.
and we're all behind and we're all going to do it together. We're going to get through it. I'm trying to make it so major assignment wise. You see this, there's literally only 3 major assignments. 3 in 8 weeks. There's 3 major assignments. Yes. I did 6 classes, 8 semesters in a row. I wanted to blow my head off, but I did it. So I did, right. I know. So that's why let's make this our therapy session. What all can we do besides get rid of your personal life issues that are going on? I can't do that for you guys. Let's just give you credit for some bullshit and then we don't stay accredited. Because that cuts you, because of our accreditation, it cuts you out a whole year of graduate school. So his 1-year MBA, you get a 1-year MSW. You graduate spring?
26.
Okay.
Yay.
And then,
I'm glad that you're surviving,
yes.
because I'm not.
What you mean?
Because you're kicking my ass. I'm tired.
It's a lot. So that's why
I did summer classes.
Ready to go home.
so I did cut out 3 assignments to you guys because there's the Uganda, there's group policy analysis presentation, and some bonus bullshit. Let's just do the assignments. And so it is a lot of discussions, but just like what do you feel behind on?
Probably just the discussions. And
Okay.
then I remember I emailed you and asked. So we are doing the policy brief.
Yes. Yep. Am I getting that bad at replying to your all's emails? People are saying that like,
It's like you replied, but then I asked another question and you didn't reply.
so sometimes if there's 2 questions in there, I only answer 1.
And I had, we were supposed to meet on Thursday to go over my schedule, but you never gave me a time, so.
Probably because I'm here all day. Okay. I apologize. Well, and we can do that right now too, if that's helpful. How are you all registered? Holds need
I'm
removed?
not registered for nothing.
Do you need any holds removed?
I might go home.
You mean like out of town, home?
No, like actually like go home and go back home and go to, because this ain't it. I owe $4,000 and they talk about.
Oh.
Zero balance, man.
So what do they do in the past that's significantly different right now?
They at least let you have 2,000 on your balance to be able to at least register for next semester class.
And is that because we're in fiscal?
Fiscal watch, yeah.
What does that mean? What is that?
Financial watch.
But watching what though? Because
Because we're in debt.
I guess they're spending money in areas that they shouldn't be spending that much money in.
I've seen 10 new
I've seen
cars
Rudy outside strolling and rolling with his laptop on.
I'm screaming.
with a laptop on. You
Yeah,
said
he be
with the
thinking
what?
he is. Huh?
Strolling and rolling with
Rolling
his.
and rolling, you know he be in that wheelchair.
Yeah, I do know that. As we went to a conference. So last year they let you register with that 3,000.
Which it was only 2. Like, all you have to do is get under or at or under 2, and you'll be able to register for your spring or next class.
And so you got till MLK Day. That's usually the cutoff. MLK Day.
Well, right now they just pushed it back to I think January 16th is the last day you register.
That's probably MLK Day.
Probably.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Okay, but then you're feeling panicky about that.
It's not even panicky. It's just that they told us mid-semester.
Right.
Yeah, and even when they were moving in, you had to have a zero balance to get your key. Even
Oh,
with
you
an
did?
RA, they didn't tell us that
Damn,
was the case
dude.
either. So that's why everybody was lined up in cash management. Because
And then everyone quit at cash management too.
Man, cash management, I don't even see them no more. There was a Nigerian man that just sat there for like 3 hours making small talk with the lady at the window and hanging for and trying to pay for stuff. And I was just like, can you please get out of the way? I just want to go get my keys.
He was like hitting on her.
MLK Day is January 20th.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't like
That's the latest it ever is too, I
He wasn't
think.
even hitting on me. He was just making small talk and doing those. And we had like 3 people. I had like 4 or 5 people in front of me.
That's
And they
annoying.
told them that they couldn't get their little parking stickers, so that canceled.
That's
out the
annoying.
week.
Okay.
They act like they can't run 2-3 people at the window.
Do any of you take out student loans ever?
I've already took out a parent course.
Yeah.
I'm not taking out nothing else. I'm tired.
That's what automatically takes out one. Yeah, they usually do. Yeah, I have them. But as my scholarships keep going on, they keep taking away money from the loan. So I mean, that's fine with me. But do y'all see this? Them setting ballot boxes on fire.
You said there were?
They're setting ballot boxes on fire.
Who's they?
People, I guess they're putting devices in the ballot boxes, which is setting a whole bunch of votes on fire. I guess they did it in Arizona and Oregon.
What are the devices?
I don't know. They just said there's mystery devices in some of the ballot boxes setting them on fire. So it destroyed hundreds of votes.
So these are finished ballots
They're
or,
finished ballots.
so it must be some form of a tracking device, I bet. Yes, right.
Wait, like,
It's- it's,
I don't
the,
want to touch the breeze.
So you do take a student loan?
Well, if the parent, if you count that, like the parent plus loan, yeah, like it's already, I already took that out. And I don't
Right.
need to keep taking out more.
Right.
'Cause-
You end up like me,
But I will say-
$250,000 in debt.
I will say, like, they did, like, I went to get help last year with my financial problems.
And they did.
But now they're talking about they can't help with nothing. Like,
Right, this year, because they're already so far in debt. They sound like the American people, which is the topic today, is poverty too. So I'm for real. I know that's fucking hilarious, but why is poverty in the U.S. not really a matter of too little money?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Explain why poverty is not really about too little money.
Maybe because our money is fake and they just print.
Well, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
What's the child support?
I hear it.
Yeah,
Should we shut the door or? Because I'm sure it distracts you.
something.
Well, I don't know. I really don't mean nothing no more printed. I mean, it used to mean something it was like the goal. We had the goal to do stuff with, but now we don't have that much anymore.
Right. I'll shut it. I think I know the teacher is because she does this every semester. Like they have it.
It's like people.
That's funny. It's not within a matter of.
It sounds fun. In the past, what I do is I would play a video that was louder than theirs. I would just turn something and crank it all the way fucking up. But
You tell us what you think, Mr. Trout. Why is poverty?
so, really, the shortest one-word answer you could give for this is policy. Oh, she's next here, where it's like a fucking paper wall.
Yeah, that's now. She know people.
So-
Come on down.
A good example is Central State and the stuff.
You're trolling,
I know.
man. You're
I know. I almost want to just crank the video like I did in the past because.
They say
That's an interesting question. I never really thought about that. I guess policy.
So then, like,
Printed money,
why exactly are we in debt? Why this?
like which one?
Joking.
I would call it. I saw 10 brand new cars.
what you mean.
Like during the pandemic, I saw brand new white cars with a Central State-ish logo and the brand new license plate.
Yeah, I seen that.
So 10 cars, I'm guessing, is close to $250,000. Hello, or $500,000. And I know they had pandemic money, so people were like spending, use it or lose it. But whenever they cut that off and you're still spending that way,
What do you need 10 cars for?
well, that's what I was wondering. Because I got a 5% pay cut. I went from 50,000 a year to 47,500. She wants me to play shit louder than she does too.
Like, there's no reason to have 10 cars. We're gonna have 10 cars
Then in a couple of years,
that they don't even use. They literally just keep them parked over there by the NPC. And they're not parked over there by the NPC.
Well, they just be
They're parked
waiting to
over
get
there
ready
in the
to-
parking lot. That big old parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just be
Don't
sitting
use
there.
it. I seen one old couple drive one.
Actually, no, I see. Well, I guess they use them on occasion because what's it called? Mr. Fry took two of my friends. to the
Mr.
meeting.
Fry have his own car.
But
But
he's
he
not
can't
taking
use
his
that.
own car. He's not
He
driving
can't use his own car to
business.
transport us.
You're right. So.
hey, this is only 53 minutes. Can I crank it?
Mr. Fry got his own
It's
car.
gonna
He'll
force
try
you to
car
get back on your
use.
feet.
That's right.
Even what you need to do. The problem with that, of course, is the fact that we understand poverty. It takes.
I'm trying to be louder than that.
It gets expensive to get up out of poverty. It's extremely expensive. More expensive for you and me. If we fell down.
That's it.
Like,
She definitely was trying her
You can get up a little bit quicker. Whereas if you are in the extremes of poverty, or even not even the extremes, just impoverished.
You fall stuck with Leno falling from the second floor to the ground.
Exactly.
That is on concrete.
Exactly. But what that movie highlighted was how social workers were agents of the state that could come in there and tell you, well, you can't have a man. Because that was another part of the plot of the film. She was falling in love again with James Earl Jones' character.
Who's James Earl Jones? The dude who shot? Is the dude who shot MLK? Oh. I thought it was one of the dudes who assassinated somebody. I watched. It'll be somebody else. James Earl. That's the dude. That's.
You can't even see a face. Click on it.
James Earl Reagan.
No.
James Earl Jones. No, I know who he is.
Oh yeah. What did he play in? I love his character.
He's famous.
Coming to America, welcome home, Roscoe.
How'd he die last month?
I just know he gone.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people dying.
What is it? What is that related to? Do you think?
Dying? I don't know. They're just old. I
Yeah,
guess.
but a lot of them are older, you know, in their 70s.
Were they all vaccinated?
Like they put James Earl on a shirt. I'm not gonna wear it.
I'm sorry, it's not even.
If I put James Earl Gate on the shirt, I'm
Don't
not
put me in
gonna
no
wear it.
clouds,
No,
don't put
put
no
me
wings on
no,
me.
bro. Like, cause you're trouble. Like, I'm gonna come back down, please.
Now they playing.
So, if we could sum up all of your stress in 3 words today, you can each go a different time. What would it be?
You said to summarize our stress.
Yeah.
I say six.
Extremely effing overwhelmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm there with you.
Central State University.
Ah!
Same here too.
That's funny.
I'm with them.
9
Yeah, they got it.
emails.
That's 3 words. Make it 6. All of it.
csu.edu.
It's cool.
This is sick.
That's where we're at.
Oh, and then if we're on fiscal watch for 3 years, we get our accreditation.
Huh?
Well, I'll be out in 1 more, so they can do whatever they want after that.
Quite honestly, I just need to come up with the money that they need right now.
Well, you be
And I'm
30 years, so
green.
you be going too. Listen, don't worry about it.
They don't got time to close before we leave. They don't.
Yeah, at least y'all time to make
It's the
the
freshers. They
27
come back
graduating before that stuff happens. That's why I'm trying to get out of here early because I don't know how many any balances I
Listen,
left.
I'm gonna give people their money.
Like, give me my
And I'm gonna I'm gonna try.
So, and then you guys,
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Nah,
I
I'm not
ain't
gonna,
gonna keep
you're
paying.
not gonna be able to survive in there. I'm not even in there right now. He's tweaking, yes.
who is it?
Crashing out.
Like,
That choir?
They finna make another one. I feel like y'all be going through director's bed.
Crashing out?
I don't know what he got going on, but he's terrible.
Let's see how he feels
I'm
in a couple
pretty
months.
sure somebody about to report him too, so
Oh.
that shit's sick.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
Like, Central do be hiring.
hopefully the new one will let me in and
But not saying he's qualified, like he's qualified,
No,
but he's just,
Y'all just be having chaotic fire.
No, but I'm saying, not even that, the teachers, like, environmental science, we call this student. We call
Yeah.
him,
Who you got, Boone?
uneducated.
Well, there's one that's 12 and one that's 3. Who all's taking field next semester?
Science, because y'all don't know how to work.
You have field next year or next semester? It's
I
called
like the grade
field.
line, but I don't even know if I'm gonna be back, so just let me
know.
process.
You should do it though, that's like 3,000 something.
But I'm not from here either, so I'm really just, I'm trying.
You don't have to be from here.
You said you
I
can
think
use
as long
your
as you do
schools
that,
at institution that's all listed on the thing.
Yeah, I would
gotta
use the
go get
school's
Ohio
address.
ID.
Yeah, just get the school's address, Ohio ID and everything.
That's what
I gotta go home and get.
Register
my
to
birth
vote
certificate.
here and shit. It's
Like,
way.
When do I have to have it together?
Great question.
That's-
Dr. Perdomo's the PI on it,
Because
so.
I had, what's her name, Cheyenne, and Ariana go ask him to be
You be an Ohio resident and then you do your internship by like next year.
And then they only gave me 13 hours.
I'm from Indiana.
They didn't
See,
give me
that's
15, they gave me 13.
That's the only thing
13,000?
they did.
Because you're saying you got 3,700?
But they say I'm like.
No,
if
they
you
gave me the
get
full
a
13,
form
like
from
the full
scholarship.
13 for this semester.
Oh, because you owed that
No,
much.
I only 9
Yeah,
times.
one.
But I had to,
So you
This
should
one
be.
they were
here.
giving, because I was told it was gonna be $7,500 increments. So I was gonna.
So are you a senior now?
Yeah.
And it started
Yeah,
last
it's
year, so
just-
that's probably why.
I have to.
They just gave me the full.
Well, that's good.
But they gave me 3,000 this time.
There's a lot of money in social work and it expires next year. And I'm sure they'll have another influx of money to finish for the next year. You know what I mean? Like for whatever reason, because everyone is overwhelmed, stress, guess who provides 68% of the mental health in the state of Ohio? Social workers.
Well, I need to figure out how to get into some of that money.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I really do wanna do grade minds.
About great minds. Would you check your
It don't make no
balance?
sense for me to not be doing grade
Did you
minds.
check your money?
Should it be going straight into my?
I think it will because they don't communicate it very
If
well.
it is, then it's
What's
not fair.
supposed to be?
So how much do you owe?
Child, it don't go to your account.
I don't owe anything.
I mean, it don't go to your card. That, it goes to the financial people.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Because they, cause I
it's-
was like, I was
So
like,
how do I
okay,
check that?
go to your, the
Hello.
internet thing, or like log in, go to your. You have to check.
Yeah.
Go to
She's
your-
probably she
I wish
she
I would've
dips
knew that,
out
though,
like
then I would've
quick.
had
I would
my
go
balance right now,
fast.
and I wouldn't be fighting.
Go
You know
fast.
what?
Because yeah, you do field seminars. But
Because
You
we
got-
talk about great minds and how people are getting their money and stuff, but it's like I wish I knew the loophole to get in before.
That's probably it. Yeah. That's all we got.
I'm trying to save about 2 racks for y'all to pick me up. Like,
Is that great mind still for like juniors and seniors?
It's supposed to be.
If they did.
So it might look like, can I
But I,
get
it's
in?
not on there.
If you ask the primary investigator on the grant is Dr. Edison Perdomo.
Yeah, it would be negative 3,000.
So I didn't get anything because
They didn't disperse-
So did you follow up with him as he's the PI?
I haven't heard anything.
Did you,
Right.
wait, did you ever respond back to that email he sent out asking who was still doing it?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Let me check. I think you got a list of names.
What do they do?
They kind of hold you hostage for a year at an agency.
Basically, me,
So basically,
ready to go.
so basically, they give you 3 points in a semester, or is it just right then, like, is it every semester?
Your obligation is 1 semester, like all of you. How many seniors are in here? 1, 2. Who all graduates next year?
supposed to.
And who graduates?
26?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Who graduates in 26 and who graduates in 27?
Why are you on there for 27?
He said or 27.
Right.
26 or
Oh, yeah,
27.
right.
Because my understanding, all of you walked in here with a stressed look on your face. So that's why I'm like, let's just break it down. Tell me what's going on.
We just having a hard time,
Oh, yeah.
and we just good, and nobody's saying anything.
Well, that's why we're going to fucking talk about it.
I ain't gonna lie, all the teachers are, like, a lot of the teachers that's in the, what's called human resources.
They not good.
I would check up with him, Paige, because I don't see the name over here. That's probably why I didn't disperse.
Miss Roberts, how are you doing?
Maybe it's not.
Very.
Yeah, or no.
She's zoned out in her headphones. She made sure her hair covered her headphones. Because everyone's coming with a stressed out look on their face, and we're getting to the bottom of it. Like, what's going on? Huh? Everything, like life, assignments. Here, some people said here, I'm like, well, then you haven't taken my class before. I usually open that shit up for you till the last day, and you can take incomplete. Right? Have I ever not come through on any of you guys?
No, you always
Especially over the summer.
But what's the stress on your mind at the moment? We only got 20 minutes left to talk about it. Life? Grad school?
I ain't worried about that.
When do you graduate? So you're done.
I'm good with grad school.
Fall or spring of 26?
No, spring. I just mix up. Which one is spring?
Right.
Spring is next.
So then,
Everybody graduates in May.
so then you two are registering for the same class. That's why I was asking. You both are adding comprehensive social work seminar.
What is that? Oh, that's the seminar.
It's field.
That's the seminar.
It's field.
It's field practical. Cool.
Yeah. That's your last class of your whole
You
career.
need to take it in the spring.
In spring,
Right?
Spring or fall, nobody gives a shit.
26. Spring.
Spring 26.
Why is it?
Because that way it doesn't block out Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5. Otherwise, you can't take any other fucking class. I said, now that's stupid.
So who's teaching the forensic social work?
Oh, God.
I need that class.
Is it you?
I'm sure it is. Unless somebody else is going to step it up and like,
It's
oh my God.
I love when I say class, they say Jonathan Shaw.
Dude, and for like the longest time, I got it down to 2. I had 2 classes. Yeah, okay.
I wish I had the time.
That sounds bad though. That makes it sound like I am really shitty and like don't have any good expectations.
I feel like I let people have life issues. And you actually come to class.
I do understand college. Debt, life, stress.
And while I do love Miss Jackson, she's not really here no more.
I know she's not. I shouldn't be either, as I get a phone call every hour.
She popped in my introduction to social work, made me change over to the social work life and just did it.
Oh, she did? Right. Okay, so what else can we help you guys with? Finishing this semester successfully, getting it balanced to 0. I wish I could print money.
I'd say as far as you just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, bro.
You're doing enough. You're doing everything you can do. So.
You're talking about financial aid, the provost, the man. So that's why today this is the topic of our class. You see that? Poverty, the Central State University. See that?
You're not gonna run me in circles. That's what we not gonna do. I just asked the kid this morning.
What'd she ask? Oh, he will. Well, here you go. The Central State University. Poverty.
Well, they should be able to get the money for it, so it's still not too late for doing anything. Yeah, she said it's not too late.
So will all of you graduate within the next 2 springs?
Yeah.
So the way if
They gotta push that balance thing though. I really feel like that should be held against you because like
They should have did it last spring. They should have did it last spring, or they should have waited till.
Or they should have told us notice. They should have sent a warning next semester. Because people could have been making their money.
That's what I'm saying. People needed time. That's the stuff you said before.
they effed up by ever doing it in the first place, that's what you effed up on. Like if you ever did it in the first place, and then it's like me saying like I no longer do incompletes, and all of you guys come into my class and you're like, oh dude, I ain't going to do a shit, but I can get it incomplete and do it the 6 weeks after school. And I'm like, I don't do incompletes anymore, sorry. And you're all fucked, and it's unfair. I get it, because you're like, I relied on that incomplete to take the class. What's that?
I said that'd be valid though, because why is you relying on that? But the money wise,
Right.
money
I just get
everybody,
why.
like everybody.
I get why they doing it. I don't agree with the time.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
By telling us in October, because
Yeah, of when you're gonna say something, because
Here's-
if I come here and I think I'm green,
oh,
I could have stayed home for this.
here's my guess. He came in, he took over. You get all this pomp and circumstance of being president. You get to fucking dress up and like be pretty and roll around. Who said rolling around? Rolling around. And then you look at your budget and you're like, oh, fuck, we owe $195,000. How am I going to get this? Oh, the students owe $3,000. We've always let them register. Now you can't. Well, the problem being, and this is why I think it will change
We in a
sometime.
hole, but I feel like that's what makes it worse. Nobody's
Right.
going to ever
That's
get-
why it will change. 'Cause
If I ever owe more than 3,000, if I could age wrapped up, I don't know me, I'm not paying it.
Because fortunately, like, yeah, I'm in the thousands, but I'm still under 3 racks.
right.
So
I feel like
Right.
that would-
realistically, I could try to scrape that together.
Y'all lucky, I'm just here at 4.
I was at $9,500.
I know, right?
Yeah, and then that.
So great minds fucking saved your ass.
Well, that's good. That's a blessing because that's.
So the requirements are Ohio State resident, which you can get, yes, register to vote here, get your address here, maybe a license. It sucks, but for 15 grand. And then you do your internship at one of the high and need places, which does usually require a car. So that sucks too. But say you got a car, you do your placement there. Then they say they hire you when you graduate. That's cool though, is maybe they hire you for a living wage and you got that 15 grand. I've heard they've now added on debt forgiveness. But Edison is the PI, and I know that that doesn't help you because he's chair. And if you want to go try to find him now, go ahead. He's room 219. But just, it's all face to face, and ideally capture his wife. You got to do him and his wife together to get like a valid in writing emails, because he's just as overwhelmed as all of us. How many people work side jobs? How many people work a side job? Right, that counts. That's a side job. I was told. So.
It don't even be a full 200. It'd be what, 98.
So. Is it free housing at least? Is it? So. To break it. So I was told today I should quit hospice. So any of you know that I work on Friday, 2 hours I supervise at hospice. And then I go on call all weekend. Like if somebody's dead and they don't have anybody to sit with them, I got to go out and sit with them before they die, and then they die. You get paid, and it is sweet, and like I do it. So I was told that's not worth the hassle. Don't do it. I said, so that's $350 a month. Right now our budget is $1,000. If you would like our budget to be $650, I could quit hospice. So what do you think the response was with that? Don't quit hospice. So all of it is, and then we're also scattered, and then you got to get stuff organized to turn in a discussion board and to turn in a paper and understand poverty and policy and how policy affects us and critique of official poverty line in the U.S. Anybody even know what it is?
Huh?
What is the official poverty line in the U.S.?
No, I don't know.
It's usually like 12 grand.
But I know that they never changed it from years ago. It's still the same. They need to change it. Yeah,
There you go.
They
They just raised it. I mean, because it was forever. It was 11, 12.
I'm sorry, are y'all good?
You can't open it. I love that I still have some of those left. I found them for 68 cents. So the only way.
Yeah, he be buying stuff discounted, but all of it don't be expired. I'll be back when it's not expired.
See, it says 68 cents on it.
I have a question.
Yeah, I know. I only buy it when I see it. Yeah.
it's not about this class.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how to get a hold of one of my professors because I don't know their email. It's an online class.
Wait, is it social work?
No, it's
Is it Dr. Something Bush?
In history?
no, it's public speaking.
Oh, dang, I should do it.
Is it the dude across the hall? What's his name? What's the name? She doesn't know the name.
I don't. If I get clear in the notes, like the notes on public speaking, it's a whole different thing than what the professor is.
That sounds about right.
You might want to just, if you can, you can put a little stuff in UCL and you can test like in your class.
Cause somebody tell Joey White to stop being out of office and actually come to work. She done sent me 6 emails about her being out of office. You know what? Yes. Girl, I don't even go to her. I
You
go
said
to
her
her
what?
job.
What's her name?
Joey White.
Yeah, I don't go to her.
Bro, she don't.
Hey,
Bro.
I'm gonna stop doing my
Yes.
She done last year. She did
How do I
not
find
go
There's
to
no.
Don't do that. I don't know what she be doing.
That's probably why.
Because look, I open this up and it's nothing.
She be doing her thing.
My thing is, I mean,
What's the syllabus say?
There's no syllabus.
When did it start?
October.
You got to go to the chair of the department downstairs.
Okay. I don't know who
I
that
didn't
is.
see her, but she been in the
Or the
office
dean
like
is on the first floor.
6 separate emails.
I know where the dean is. I just need to email her or him or whoever it is.
So you could go straight to the dean.
Well, I'm supposed to be 27, that's what happened. I don't go to her, I go to Mr. Trump.
Well, how long she in her office?
Sorry,
I have something I'm trying to do.
I can tell.
I'm sorry.
So, all right, who else?
Keep that like that.
Are you all doing your grad school applications?
Who has time for that?
That's why I asked. That's why I always do it. We'll help you fucking do them. We will help you do them.
But at this point, if anything, I'm probably not gonna go to grad school right away. I'd much rather get a job and have to pay for it.
Right, okay. Which again, with the Great Minds program, I don't know how local you are, but that does pay for a lot of it right now. Yeah. So that does pay for a lot. Grad school could only be 15 to 19,000 if you went 1 year. And that's what they give you for the Ohio Great Minds, both grad and undergrad. Don't have what? Right. That's why I'm saying, well, did you hear what I said? Because the Great Minds program they pay for your graduate school.
I go like 300,000 and you get another house. I do what y'all do. YOLO.
Putting a little $10 payment on. I know what you be doing, bro.
He said, get these loans
Hey, he gonna take them loans out. He gonna pay it to
He
you.
is not gonna pay.
Well, you get loan forgiveness as a social worker. I know that sounds crazy. It takes 10 years for forgiveness. Yeah, it takes 10 years. No, because you pay 10 to 15% of your adjusted gross income. So you got to, you pay 10 to 15% of your adjusted gross income on your loan. Otherwise, mine is $3,500 a month. I pay 10% of my AGI, which is like maybe 60, 70,000 AGI, because you get kids, you got bills, you got house insurance, you got everything that adds up. So what is 10% of 60,000, 6,000 a year? That's still a lot. It still could be, but then I add all the kids in and it lowers it another 25,000. Maybe I got some welfare babies. It doesn't hurt, but now that food and diapers went up, it is starting to hurt. So it's like,
that's crazy, little key. Them diapers, boy.
so,
Formula,
$40 $60, $70.
oh, did you guys know this? This could be some of us. The bottom 20%, we get 3% of the income, and the top 5% gets 22.6% of all income. But then you got wealth, income versus wealth. What do you guys think the difference would be? Old money? Okay. Okay, I kind of like that, but often it's a paid off house, which would include happiness. So you don't have a rental payment, but that might have come from old money that was inherited. And that's what they're saying. Most of us aren't going to get that. The majority of wealth here in America, we would want to say that everybody gets some inheritance and they're all of a sudden happy. That's not actually true. There are a lot of people. I think Dave Ramsey, if you've ever heard of the guy, he did a study on millionaires. They defined a millionaire as your house is included in your net worth. Well, hell, that's going to qualify everybody nowadays because a house alone is $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. If you have that plus, say, your retirement savings together add up into $1 million, then you join the millionaires. They said the majority of them drove a Toyota, not a Mercedes, not a Lexus. Most of them drove a Honda or a Toyota.
That's smart decisions with those.
Right. So it's the decisions that kind of lead us to that.
For me, if I have a Honda or
Yeah.
With the little screen, the Hondas will be everything. Okay.
That's why they charge us so much. Because I went to the car lot and it was $13,000 for the Honda, and the Honda was a 2012.
13 a month? Or, 13 to buy the whole car.
But
Okay.
because they know the worth of the car, they charge that much.
Cars are coming down. So I have a friend who was laid off last year. He Ubers every day except Sunday. And he pulls $1,000 a week. So 52,000 a year. He does it 9 to 5 every day. He doesn't fuck around. He knows the right ones to accept. He clears 52,000 a year. You write off 70% of that in gas and mileage. So you write off all that money to run your car and keep it going, which that's about 35,000 gets written off of. So you only made 17,000, but you got paid 52,000. When you do your taxes, it's 17,000 because of all the mileage and the stuff you run up. So there's creative ways to get into there, and it still takes a 9 to 5 hustle, which sucks. So it's still do a what? What's down? What'd you say? Huh?
Cheat code. Basically ways to get out of that.
Right. Yeah.
But we're gonna say by starting now, which is very accurate, actually.
It does start now. Like
I have to start now. That's why I have to go get ID.
in grad school, they gave me all these presentations. Like, don't buy the fucking Starbucks coffee now. For back then, it was only $4. It'll cost you $9 with interest when you pay all this shit off.
No, I literally when I see the same people at the McDonald's line every morning.
That's
like,
expensive.
You know how much money y'all would save if y'all stopped cutting?
It's expensive. And I'm a victim of those habits too. I had to learn the hard way for a lot of them. And why look for 68-cent gummy snacks? I won't buy. I will starve myself till I find that shit. So
No, but should we a sausage?
no, I go through. Kroger's always has them in the back. Every Kroger's has them in the back.
When I memorize your order and who you are, I feel like that's when it becomes a problem.
Oh, when you're working.
She got her little dog in the back seat. She get a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin meal with a small black coffee and a sausage biscuit.
$12.50. $12.50.
You cannot. And her
the dog.
Yes, and her thing, the biscuit for the dog, but it's like her for like $12 every day. It's like you got in trouble with it.
Have you heard of the average credit card debt we all hold?
If she was buying it, how much? $58? No.
It's a lot.
That's $60.
I think the average credit card debt for Americans is a lot.
You spend over $50 a week on McDonald's.
Like $60.
Because it's 1.7 trillion right now. How's the Bahamas? I know she got her headphones in, but how's the Bahamas? It's okay. Like credit card debt, housing debt, wealth. Can you?
See?
I know, right?
It's American stuff, bro.
I'm going to
I'm American. Where to go?
Change my whole shit.
But it is expensive. No, they don't have credit.
I get it down.
Who don't do credit?
We don't have taxes.
What? Boy, I have a ball with them credit cards.
But what's the average salary per year?
Not high.
Right, I know, and it's not making fun of it. It's just a different way of living. It's
lower than here.
right. Like in Nicaragua, it's $400 a year. That's the average annual income is $400 a year.
How much do that house cost?
Oh, hell no.
It's like usually 10 on the side of the road.
How much is your? Now you're trying to get in the business. How much is that rent? See, I don't even like that.
Oh, is it expensive?
Rent is expensive. It's the Bahamas.
Right, yeah.
It's be expensive. It's like
What she just told me.
Minimum wage is not a lot. So
My mom ain't seen minimum wage $5 since.
it's good to come and visit.
Oh, this is a good one. What do you guys think? What do you think the CEO makes versus the average worker? It reached an all-time high recently that the CEO makes 400 times the line worker. 400 times. So
it's 46,000
income? That's pretty good. Okay. But is it Bahamian dollars or American dollars?
Bahamian dollars and American dollars is the same currency.
It's at par. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Our dollar, y'all dollar is our dollar.
okay, so it ain't no upward charge on it.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, for real, dang, I was thinking, I'm like, dang, go over there, raise a little money, go over there, be rich.
It's gonna be the same. So you're $5.
So I'm gonna be broke as hell here and broke as hell there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I thought I had to do my trick, right?
Here's what's weird about student loans in America today is we got the same graduate school money in 2009. I would get $21,000 a year, but the tuitions were a little lower, and I have a down payment on my house with $21,000 back then. I bought a $100,000 house. Now a house is $300,000. Yeah, it's tripled, and the student loan's the same, $21,000, and tuition's $21,000. You know, it's.
I just want to make it up.
I know.
No, literally, no.
I can't hear it. I thought I was gonna do
And they
way
keep
cheaper.
picking on me.
And I'm still struggling how to pay it. I can just stay where I'm at.
The inflation has been real. Like I've noticed that the inflation is real.
Inflation is too much. But it was
And you know what that means, right? Have you guys heard?
Y'all cheap.
Do you know what inflation actually means? Is it's the expansion of the currency. Stacks of cash. We used to have $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Well, now they have that same $9 trillion is chasing what that $1 trillion chased in 2020. Like we've expanded the currency with them stimmy checks and all that BS.
There's so much money, and so it means nothing.
Because it's chasing the same number of gallons of fuel, gallons of milk, loaves of bread, houses. We haven't had that many expanded houses built since 2020. Lumber. So yeah, some of the hacks are maybe stay in a field where they do.
No, for real.
Some people don't.
For real.
But then Rick,
And then if you get a trailer, you gotta pay for the spot for trailer.
Yeah, you gotta pay for that land.
Yeah. You can't win for losing. They gonna probably
You
pay.
can't live for free.
Yeah, you
I can't be
pay
homeless no more. They gonna come arrest me.